Recently, Chris Tyson from MrBeast has been receiving a lot of hate because he's quote-unquote changed, and a lot of people don't like the way he's been dressing recently, and they don't like he's been doing stuff like painting his nails, and people have gotten so mad at this that they've started to harass him on social media, and so he posted a tweet saying that he would be taking a break from social media. Now, a couple days ago, I made a video talking about this, just kind of going over everything, talking about the stuff on TikTok, because there's this entire subgroup of like old MrBeast fans that are making posts about how they miss the old MrBeast, and they don't like Carl. They don't like how Carl has changed MrBeast. If we're being honest here, I think they just don't like that Carl is queer, and that's just the honest truth. Anyway, I made that video defending Chris, saying that it doesn't really matter that his style changed, and like he doesn't deserve this treatment. He doesn't deserve this backlash for like literally no reason. And that video got over 2,000 dislikes. It is at a 50-50 dislike ratio right now. Somehow, me saying that was controversial, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, I'm actually confused here. Anyway, I wanted to respond to a few of these comments because they're just genuinely unhinged. He went from the biggest man on the channel to a woman. Weird that they are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, I got a lot of comments like this saying that Chris was now becoming a woman, and apparently that's what a lot of people are getting from Chris painting his nails and like dressing in a different style, which I don't really understand how you can come to that conclusion. Like, this might be a hot take, okay, but men can paint their nails. I know it's crazy. Men can have long hair. I know it's not the 1950s anymore. I don't care what Chris's sexuality is, yada yada. It's the fact he's leaving his own wife and son to be with a man. Bro is fine, but he just left it for an annoying whip of a man society is dying. So apparently this guy saw the headlines or the rumors that Chris left his wife for Carl, which is literally not true. Like, people just pulled that out of their ass for like no reason. There's nothing to indicate that whatsoever, okay? Chris Tyson is not leaving his wife for Carl. I miss the old days when there were no gays, no trans, and no people trying to be patriotic about homosexuality and pretending it's right. They try and fly their flag and do stuff. Tried to convince people to quote-unquote come out. It's an abomination and has made so many suicidal life problems. It's like a vape that tell you it takes away stress, but it actually makes everything worse. That got 4 likes. I don't know if you know this, buddy, but like gay people have always existed. Like, what are you even talking about, dude? What is this flag in the background? Looks like the mental illness flag. Oh yeah, this is the trans flag, okay? I think that's probably one of the best flags around, all right? I like representing my favorite country, trans rights. Dressing isn't a problem, but being gay is, though. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I got a ton of hate on that video, and it actually surprised me. Like, I figured that this was just kind of like a common sense take, that you shouldn't hate on someone for the way that they dress, or the fact that they decided to paint their nails now, and saying that he quote-unquote changed. Like, yeah, he probably has changed. He's gotten older. Like, that's what happens as you age. You change as a person. Like, none of this hate really makes sense to me. You know, it's honestly not something that I expected to happen. It's kind of weird. I feel like we're kind of reaching like the opposite of like what happened in 2020. You know, in 2020, a lot of like queer people, left-leaning people, right? They were going on Twitter canceling people for not being progressive enough. But now it kind of seems like with the rise of like Andrew Tate or Sneeko, people like that, a lot of just like normal kids are now being like radicalized, essentially. I mean, you have these young kids just like scrolling TikTok or YouTube shorts, and they're fed this type of stuff. Like, every other TikTok is gonna be like an Andrew Tate clip. They're everywhere. Like, this is a serious problem on YouTube. And it's like, the problem is the kids that are like watching this stuff, right? They're not doing their research because they're just dumb little kids, right? They're just scrolling through TikTok, trying to have a fun time, you know, just watching some funny videos, and then they're being fed this stuff. So it doesn't even come across their mind that this is like harmful. Like, this is teaching them bad ideals. And I think this is a serious problem, and I might have to make a separate video on that. Anyway, I just wanted to like bring up the hate I got in that video, because it's really stupid. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like, I'm gay too. All right, it's the Carl effect. Carl got me too. He made me gay, guys. It's crazy. But like, honestly, I don't care if that video pisses people off. I don't care if this video pisses people off, because you're just wrong. Like, you're just an awful person if you're gonna get mad at someone for dressing in a way you don't like, for painting their nails. It's just immature and childish. I don't know if MrBeast should like address this part of his audience or something. I'm not the type of person to like demand that. That's not me, okay? I'm not the cancel culture warrior, but this is a serious growing problem in the MrBeast fandom, and I feel like it's only going to get worse. Anyway, these are just my thoughts on this entire situation. If you guys have enjoyed, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel.
Hey, you, the one watching this right now. Click this video, I promise, it's amazing.